guys, my name is Margaret. Karibu sana if you're new, if you're not new. Thank you for coming back to watch this video. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the whole au pair process. There's some people who don't have any idea what an au pair is, and as they go through my channel, I have not done any video explaining this like in a single video, but that's why I've decided to do this video in until the end, and I know you'll love it. So to start with, let's explain what an au pair is. An au pair is a young person of the age of 18 to 30 going abroad to take care of kids, or moving from his or her own country to another country to take care of kids and to do light housework, and in exchange of culture, and in return they're going to give you pocket money, a certain amount of pocket money. So au pair is not a job, it's not a salaried job. It's kind of a cultural exchange program whereby you go and you exchange cultures. You tell them about your family, you tell them, no, not family exactly, you tell them about your culture back at home. They tell you about their own culture, you experience it all because you're already in the country, and yeah, they get to know you better. You get to exchange, you cook your favorite meals from your country for them, and they do so. So since you've heard about the definition of what an au pair is, or how did I do it, okay, so I personally did not use an agency. I came alone, no agency, no nothing. So and this is how I did it. I went ahead, there's a website called aupairworld.com. Yeah, that's the website that I used to create a profile. I'll try and link and add some pictures right here so that those who are new to this au pair thing can get to understand what I'm actually talking about. So yeah, I created a profile. There are actually 3 steps in that website. So when you go on Google, you type aupairworld.com, and there's an option to register as an au pair or to create an account. So that's the option that you're going to click. I'm going to add some screenshots or a short video right here so that they can understand better. So you go there and create a profile. There are actually 3 steps. The first step is you fill in your details, your names, your age, your gender, and those stuffs. The second one is where you write like the all about yourself, a letter to the host family. It's like describing yourself, your family, why you want to be an au pair, what is motivating you to travel and go and take care of kids in a foreign country. So that's the second step. And the third step is where you finalize everything by adding your pictures and writing references. If you have references, by references I mean that maybe you've been a nanny before, maybe you've been a school teacher, or a nursery school teacher, or a kindergarten teacher. Yeah, you can write these references down, or wherever you've been working that maybe is connected to the kids, you can write it down. So if you don't have those, you don't have to worry about anything. I didn't have any reference. I didn't have any reference, so I didn't write anything in that section, so I just left it blank. But right now, I think if you've ever been a nanny, if you've ever been those things that I've mentioned, then you can write those references down, their number maybe, and their names. Yeah, if you really had a nice relationship and they can recommend you, they can say nice things about you, yeah, I'd advise you write them down. So after that, you finish all those steps, and then you're done with creating your profile already. So if your account is set up and everything, the next thing that you have to do is to start looking for those families. Yes, so when you log in into your profile, there's a number of families that are going to match your profile. So those families, there's an option where you go and you send them messages. This is what the first paragraph should include. It should be the first paragraph of the message to your host family. It should be like a short introduction of yourself, whereby you introduce yourself in detail, not in depth. It's not like your whole other profile that I talked about. No, this one should be brief and a short summary of the whole profile. And the first paragraph should include you describing yourself, your age, your country of origin, where you're currently located or where you're currently living in your country, your family, your siblings, how many are you, your parents, what are they doing, yeah, stuff like that. And your hobbies, what do you like doing, and also your language skills, which languages can you speak best. If you learned French maybe in high school, German in high school, or you're currently doing it, write it in the first paragraph. So in the second paragraph, this is where you answer the question why you want to be an au pair. Why do you want to be an au pair? Why do you want to leave your country and come abroad to take care of kids? Why? What is your reasons? This is where you write your reason. So the third paragraph should include something like, if you've ever traveled abroad or if you've ever lived far from your family, this is where you write your experience with living without your family. Like if you've never gone abroad, no problem, but maybe or maybe not, you've worked away from home. How was the experience to you? So briefly. I know that most of you, your motivation is something like, I love traveling, I love visiting new places, but that should not be in your motivation. Like in the part where you write about your motivation in the website, while creating your profile, it should not be there, because I think it will give a picture of like you just love traveling and you're not into taking care of kids, you're not into this au pair thing. So I think you should include something like loving kids. And you've never taken care of kids, at least you have siblings at home, you have nephews and nieces that you can talk about in this section. Say how you love kids. This should be your first motivation. I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but this is actually how it should be in the au pair motivation. So you should write more about how you care about the kids, how you've helped your parents take care of your siblings, how you've helped your aunties and uncles or your neighbors, or even in a kindergarten or in school. Yeah, things like that. Okay, something else that I have never known is sending a message to these host families is like trying to tell them how living with you is like you can give an example. Like I'm just trying to give you guys an example. Say something like, living with me is so easy because I'm not a demanding person. I love following the rules, and if you have rules in your house, I'll be able to follow your house rules, and if there's any misunderstanding, I'll not ignore issues. I'll come to you and we can talk things out. Something like this. Be sweet. Try and be sweet in that letter, or in that while sending that message to the host family. Okay, let me tell you something. It's like a secret, okay? So you can try and tell them, just make sure you go through their profile before sending a message. Don't send the same message to all these host families. They'll see like you just not go through I'm trying to mean that go through their profile first before sending them a message. Like this, you can know these are what they like doing in their hobbies during their free time, that is. And you can try and see if maybe you match with one of their hobbies match with yours. That's what I'm trying to mean. If they match with yours, you can try and come up with something. You can tell them, maybe you can see that they love playing football, or an activity like that during their free time. And maybe while you were in school, you used to play that kind of game, or you do play it with your siblings or with your friends. Say it so that they can see you share the same hobbies, and this is kind of a plus. Then you can finish with something like kind regards, I can't wait to hear from you, and then you sign with your name. After sending this message, and the family likes whatever message you sent, and they go through your profile and they like your profile. So after exchanging contacts, this is where you'll start having that first Skype call, and I have a video about that. I'll pin it up here, where I talk about there is the question that you can ask the host family for your first Skype interview. And yeah, those questions are pretty simple. You can watch that video up here when you're done with this video. Yeah, so after that, they will, after you match, even after the first Skype call, will go ahead and send you the contract. And in your contract, I talked about what a contract should entail in my previous video. If you've not watched it, please go and watch it after this video. So they will send you the contract and other documents that are needed. I can see you. You scared me. I knew you'd come. Oh my god, I even forgot what I was saying. So the contract, they'll send you the contract, they'll send you the school enrollment letter if you'll be needed to study the language. They'll also oh my god. So they'll send you the school enrollment letter, they'll also send you the invitation letter, and insurance also, I had forgotten. So after they send you all these documents, then you are going to book for an appointment at the embassy. If it's a French embassy, then you have to call them. Yeah, you have to call them between 8 a.m. in the morning and 12 a.m. That's if you're in Kenya. Yeah, you'll have to call them between those times from Monday to Friday. And you book your appointment. They'll ask you about the details of your contract, when you'll travel, and you'll also have to have an itinerary, which is like a flight booking. You'll not have to pay for it. It's a flight booking, so you just go with it, and and other documents. I have also done a video about that, about the documents that you were supposed to take with you in the embassy. I'll link it up here, so that when you're done with this video, you'll go and watch it. So yeah, after that, you will go for your appointment in the embassy, especially the French embassy. I did not ask, I wasn't asked a lot of questions. They only asked me if I'll come back after my Aupair contract, or after my Aupair year was over, of which I said yes. So yeah, it actually depends with the embassy, and yeah, they have different questions from different embassies. So yeah, for the French embassy, I didn't get to be asked a lot of questions, since I found a girl who was a former au pair, or a lady who was a former au pair. So she was kind of encouraging me and telling me that it's something worth the experience. And yeah, so after that, you'll get to travel and meet the family, and you'll get to enjoy your stay. And yeah, I think that's all for today. And if you guys have enjoyed this video up to this end, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and also don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell, so that when I post, you guys will be notified. So without further ado, thank you all and have a blessed night.